Welcome, Wargamers, to our 10th edition Warhammer 40k Battle Report. Today, I am joined by returning guest Ben, and we're going to be playing 1,000 points of Space Wolves against some Iron Warriors. These are specifically Steve's Iron Warriors.
We play and call it work.
MiniWarGaming's Warhammer 40k Battle Report.
For showing off my 1,000 point list, I did want to make note that this is Steve's Iron Warriors, and unfortunately he is selling them. He doesn't get the opportunity to play Warhammer 40k as much as he'd like to. He is investing his time in the Horus Heresy and the Old World these days, and he needs more shelf space, and he wants this army to go to a good home, somewhere where it's going to be used and enjoyed. This collection, when he first got it, was well over 2,000 points. Now, what you see here in front of you is about 1,725 points, obviously subject to change in the future, and with enhancements it can get to about 1,750 or under or over, no problem. But to get to 2,000 points, you will need to add a few units here. Now, if you have any questions and are interested in the army, please don't be shy and contact me at Luka at MiniWarGaming.com. That will be in the description down below. That'll be Luka at MiniWarGaming.com. A lot of people spell it with a C, and that will not contact me. That is where we can discuss the price and shipping and all the nature of that transaction. Here we have our actual list for the game, though. Since I'm playing Iron Warriors, I want to do the Siege Host. It just seems fitting. Leading the entire force, we're going to be running a Disco Lord with, I think, his Ironbound Enmity. He'll gain bonuses to wound whilst on objectives. And with him, one regular Sorcerer of the Iron Warriors. And then kind of went with like like an opposite of redundant list, kind of like a Highlander list, other than the battle line stuff. I got a Brick of Legionnaires, 10 strong. They are going to be WYSIWYG fully, so bolters, chainswords, plasma gun, autocannon, and just the champion with the heavy melee and the plasma pistol. We have a squad of 5 here with an icon, bunch of chainswords, and a plasma gun. Same loadout on the champion. 2 squads of 10 cultists, 5 possessed, 1 venom crawler on the left, and a single unit of obliterators.
All right, these are my Space Wolves. I'm running 1,000 points today, and I am actually running Highlander. Ooh, Luka.
I thought I was. I lied.
No. It's going to be led by Arjak Rockfist. He's going to be accompanied by a Judicia and a Lieutenant with combi weapon. After that, we're going to have a 10-man squad of Assault Intercessors / Bloodclaws. And then behind them, we're going to have 5 guys of Hellblasters. Beside that, we're going to have 10 Wolfguard Terminators, Thunderhammer Storm Shields, and the Sergeant is going to have Lightning Claws.
You said 10. Do you mean 5?
I mean 5.
Okay, good. Like, we can go get you 5 more if you need them.
Oh, man, if I had the points, I'd take them in a second. We're going to be running a Wolfen Dreadnought. He's going to have Axe and Shield because he's going to be swinging. He's going to come out swinging so hard. I'm going to have 5 Wolf Scouts because, I like that higher strength in my close combat weapons. And then just 5 bog standard intercessors / Grey Hunters. That is going to round out 1,000 points of Space Wolves.
One thing I'd like to see, they announced there's going to be quite a bit of new kits for the Space Wolves upcoming, and they only showed off half of what they said there was going to be. So I'd like to see essentially a Redemptor Wolfen or Venerable Dreadnought specifically for the Space Wolves. I think that'd be cool as heck.
Oh man, I love my boxy boys.
I do too.
That sculpt is so cool.
I want a Redemptor Dreadnought that's venerable, that has a Blizzard Shield. I would love that, and a big axe, of course.
What do they put Murderfang inside of Brutalis?
I don't know if they can take guys out of Dreadnoughts and put them in other Dreadnoughts.
Oh, it's like an SNES cartridge, man. Just take them out one, maybe blow on them and put them in the next one.
I think there's complications or heavily risk complications. Now, they could always change that narrative, but that's, as far as I know, that's how she goes. Otherwise, let's go take a look at the mission we're playing today from the Pariah Nexus.
Wargamers, I have something exciting to tell you. We have a sponsor, which is Wayland Games. They are sponsoring this battle report. Now, the cool thing about that isn't the fact that they offer worldwide shipping, or they have massive stock quantities, or it's like you can get anything you can possibly imagine in their store because they have thousands of products. It's the fact that they're doing push-ups. Look at this. Isn't that nuts? They're trying to discover how many they can do and who can do the most on their team. And it's perfect because we are just moving. The timing couldn't be better. We have this miniature designed by Titan Forge, and it's designed to go on your hobby shelf and remind you to just move. Now available in the MiniWarGaming Forge. By getting this mini, you're making a commitment to yourself that you will just move more, do more, be more active. This one, only get if you want to make a commitment to yourself to move more. Otherwise, get Ravage Star, because Whaling Games is carrying Ravage Star in the UK, and that's also another fantastic news piece. Now, back to the battle report.
Today's mission will be a sweeping engagement deployment. There's 5 objectives, 3 no man's land, and 1 in each player's deployment zone, as you see here. The primary mission for both teams will be Scorched Earth. What cannot be secured must be burned to ash instead. There's always a lot going on with Scorched Earth, so starting in the second battle round for all 3 of these following effects, you're going to get 5 victory points for each objective you control, up to a total of 10. And you have access to an action, Burn Objective. You can do this action, once per turn, with one of your units on any objective outside of your territory, your deployment zone, I should say. And you complete it at the end of your opponent's turn, or the end of the game, whatever comes first. And you remove that objective if it's burned. And you will gain 5 victory points if it's in no man's land, or 10 if it's in the opponent's deployment zone, if you're able to somehow manage that maneuver. That will, of course, accumulate up to 50 primary points, and both Ben and myself will be playing tactical objectives. I really, really miss playing some prior mission games, so I'm glad to be back here playing them. And Stalwart is the mission rule. So as we're burning objectives with our battle line units, they can still shoot. It doesn't give up their shooting effect. That's Stalwart specifically. And they can still perform actions while engaged with an enemy. For this is not a time for gilded glory, but instead it is the hour when the mud-spattered, blood-drenched rank and file step forward and prove their worth. We're going to be playing this 1,000 point game on a 60 by 44 inch board. I always recommend doing that myself. It's still very playable, and it kind of is reminiscent of older Warhammer 40k editions, because you're kind of playing with the same models you used to play with back then, and you get that full board feel. Now this is a 6 by 4 board. This is actually by Deep Cut Studios. If you want to check out their stuff, it'll be in the description down below. We're just playing with a foot cut off over there. This terrain set, people always ask, it is from Forbidden Prints. You can either buy the STLs from them directly and print it yourself if you have the capability, or the Forge will print it, clean it, and ship it out to you. If you're interested in that as well, all in the description down below. Otherwise, we got things from MicroArt Studios. In fact, all the crates, all these C cans are from MicroArt Studios. They got a lot of stuff on their website as well. Ben and Myswall. This is not a piece of terrain you could buy anywhere. This is from the War Budgie, custom made for Dave here at MiniWarGaming, but for Luka's use. We have a set of 4 of them, 1 for each Chaos God. Very talented individual. Thank you, War Budgie, again, for those pieces of terrain. I don't like to use them too much because I don't want to wear them out and risk breaking them, but every now and then I like to get those bad boys on the table. Are you ready to deploy?
Oh, I'm ready, buddy.
All right, we're going to play ourselves a nice 1,000 point game of Warhammer 40k right meow. We'll be right back. Literally a millisecond. I told you to just be a little millisecond for you guys. So I have cultists on my right flank, looking to make that one a sticky objective, but there is a little nasty Space Wolf Lieutenant already infiltrated onto it.
It could be Wolfguard Battle Leader with a combi weapon.
You know what? I'm willing to meet you in the middle there. That is a Wolfguard Battle Leader. Well, that's all the Space Wolf Lieutenants are anyways. They're battle leaders technically.
Yeah.
Which I miss. I miss all of that. I miss my Wolf Priest and my Rune Priest being a little bit different than the standard bogland of the
pull
Space
our power
Marines.
from the warp.
We throw
Fenris, man.
we throw bones on the ground.
Read the bones.
Read the bones. It's not psychic powers at all. It's the spirits of Fenris.
That's not a Judiciar. It's just a lone wolf that's not really alone right now. He's just got some friends.
10 assault intercessors, or blood claws, as we'll call them from
blood
here
claws.
on out. We have the 10 legionnaires with the sorcerers joining them. 5 possessed up here. Desperately wanting to climb to this next level, run down this path and kill those Hellblasters that are opposite of us.
Leave them alone.
10 cultists on this objective, and then I have the Disco Lord and the 5 Legionnaires ready to contest this objective and fight that Venerable Dreadnought. Now, I do have 2 Obliterators in reserve, and what do you got?
I got 5 Wolfguard Terminators with RJ Rockfist.
All right, and then we are ready to start this 1,000 point game. We're going to roll off to see who goes first. I'm the attacker in the attacker deployment zone, and Ben is defending this Imperial battlefield here, or this facility. The battlefield is yet to be determined.
Respect my...
Rolling die time. Actually, one thing I like about this train, there's dice boxes everywhere. Oh, it's going to be turn 1 for the Wolves. Oh, we didn't say, did we say what detachment you're playing?
Champions of
The index one.
Russ.
Yes, that's the one. The
And
Saga one.
I'm starting with the Saga Warrior Born completed, so I get sustained hits on all melee, and the stratagem I can use gives me run and charge.
Yes, access to that. And that's a great stratagem to have right away.
Yep. All right, so I've got extend battle lines, which means I got to hold one objective in my deployment zone and one objective outside my deployment zone, and that I'm already pretty well set up to do. The other one's going to be recover assets. So I have to perform an action in 2 different zones of the battlefield. So that's my deployment zone, enemy's deployment zone, no man's land.
And our little battle leader is perfectly positioned to do exactly that. He is in no man's land, and he's currently already extending battle lines.
Yep.
Looks like. So we can go right to your command phase proper with Oath of Moment. We both gain a command point. Both
Yep.
Ben and myself are going to have one. Do you have any idea who you want to go for right away?
So it's either the Legionaries or the Disco Lord.
Disco Lord, yep, that works. Either one. These guys have prescience, so they're -1 to hit for all attacks, and that guy's just a vehicle.
Yep.
That's essentially it.
Yeah, so I've decided my Oath of Moment target's going to be Legionaries, because at least whatever damage I do there is going to be damage that sticks. Whereas the Disco Lord, I'm definitely not going to kill him, and then he's still at full strength if he's not dead.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, I see. Like if you kill a Marine, you kill a Marine, right?
Yeah.
As opposed to doing a couple damage to him. Understood. I like that. I don't think there's any other command phase things to do unless you have something in your roster that does more things.
No, I think that's pretty much it.
All right, so we're going to go right to movement then. So the lieutenant here, the Wolfguard battle leader, is just going to skulk, stay on the objective, but skulk away from our Venom Crawler. He's going to be doing recover assets in the middle here later. And then what are we doing over here?
These guys are just going to run an extra 3 inches and just kind of move up so they can present a threat over here as well.
Around the corner, and then the intercessors. We did forget they have the objective secured rule, so they do make Ben's home field objective here sticky. So it'll be Space Wolves until it's not.
Yeah, and they'll be doing the one action.
Recover assets
Yeah,
over
recover
here.
assets
Yeah.
over here.
And then this big squad. What are we thinking? Running?
Yeah, probably.
All right, let's see what we get on the advanced roll.
5.
There we go. We'll show you where they end up. You're sending a message here, Ben. You're assaulting right up the middle. And you got on that objective over there for good measure.
Yep. And Dreadnought's going to run
3.
3. He has...
I think he's 8 or 6.
I want to say 8. So my 0 OC.
Oh my gosh. Ben just let me know this thing's... I actually have not run Wolf and Dreadnoughts. I pretty much just run Bjorn or Vendreads.
Yeah, like Vendreads are great, especially with the aura they have.
Yeah.
It's just really, really good. But I love Wolf and Dreadnoughts just being like, I just want to smack stuff, man.
I get it. Zero objective control.
Zero objective control, but like now this is spooky objective.
It is.
And
a
you got
spooky
a lot of close combat stuff.
I do have a lot of, unfortunately, close combat stuff there. What are we doing with these Hellblasters up here?
They're going to be staying still.
They have the heavy keyword?
They have heavy.
That's right, they have all the keywords. All right, so we're gonna go right to shooting. Again, we're gonna cover our bases. We're gonna start recovering assets on this guy, and we're gonna start recovering assets in Ben's deployment zone back there, just to reiterate that we're doing those 2 actions. And then we're gonna find out where we wanna shoot some guns. It's pretty much just the Hellblasters. And they're looking at putting some hate down here. What's the range on their weapons?
24 inches.
It's not 30?
Not
On second thought, they only have 2 feet of range, so they do have to drop down from their level just to get in range of these guys. It's
4s
fun.
and 3s because it would normally be 4s and 2s.
Correct, because these guys are part of the siege force, and they're -1 to movement shooting attacks if the strength is higher than their toughness. I will use my 1 command point on steadfast determination from this detachment. It gives them a 5-up field no pending and shooting attacks, which should help here. So 4 hit as a pre-science, but you get to reroll your hit rolls.
Sounds good.
Are you gonna supercharge?
Oh yeah.
Yep, fair, makes sense. Bam. And reroll the misses. So far, 5 hits. You know what? It forced more things to be rerolled. I appreciate that much. And then it'll be, would be normally 2s to wound, so 3s.
Yep.
Yeah. So hopefully we see some 2s to see if the detachment makes sense. You rolled, it stopped 1. Oh, otherwise, great roll. 7 wounding hits. Now the crates and the building will provide cover, so we'll see if that helps. With a shameless plug here, Tempest Terrain here with the rapid fire dice box. Don't forget, these things are still available. If you have a hard time counting in 5s, and I play against a lot of guests, you guys laugh, but some people have a hard time counting in 5s. Now, I will say this actually saves me probably close to an hour in every battle report, because all the dice are in one area, and I just count them in 5s instead of having to group them up. If I just save myself a second or 2 between every clip, Adds up to quite a bit over the course of a day of recording. And yeah, Tempest Terrain Rapid Fire Dice Box. Actually, there is I don't have the example right now, but he has a fantasy building with sloped roofs.
Oh, that's cool.
So because these are supposed to double as terrain. So like you take all the dice out, you can transport them, and it closes up into a sea can.
Yeah, if you don't put that many dice in them, Luka.
No, I mean, you can just use it for storage. Yeah, I definitely have a lot of dice in here. 5-ups with cover. Ooh, my dice do not betray me, Ben.
Wow.
So I'm going to do fast die rolls for... first guy. Sorry, I can't do a fast die rolls. Oh, he makes a feel no pain, and then he dies.
One guy dies.
So I use a strat to save a guy, I suppose. Let's lose a bolter guy, because I'd rather have chainswords. That guy is a bolter guy. 5 hazardous checks.
No, everybody's okay.
The guns operate normally. That'll be it for shooting, and no charging, because they're obviously very far away, even though they can advance and charge for a strat. Otherwise, scoring, you are going to get, what's it called?
Extend battle lines.
Thank you. Extend battle lines, that's worth 5? Or is that 3 now?
5.
So that's worth 5. Sorry, it's a little rusty with this format. 5 points for that, and recover assets finishes at the end of my Iron Warrior turn 1. As long as this guy lives, you'll get at least 3 points for it. I think you get 6 points for it if you're able to finagle the enemy's deployment zone. That's just kind of hard on turn 1 sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely have to have the right build to make that happen turn 1. Our cards for the turn will be to assassinate a character. We have that Wolfguard battle leader who we already have our eyes on. So if that plan lines up nicely, we'll get the secondary card in pocket as well. Secure No Man's Land will be my second one. That is actually control 2 objectives in No Man's Land, which is doable. We'll see what we can accomplish. I already have plans on this objective here. And then to go for one of the other objectives, definitely doable. I got access to the objective on the other side of the crates here, and the one in the middle. So I'll probably be able to secure No Man's Land. I will have to obviously get closer to the Wolf and Dread not to do so, though. Otherwise, nothing to really do in the command phase. Ben's going to be at 2 command points. I'm at 1. I'll give you score updates at the end of every battle round. And we're going to go right to movement. The cultists on top of this building make this objective sticky. They have the same rule the intercessors have. Let's go ahead and take him off. We'll throw that there. Boop. An easy plan over here, though I realize a problem. If I want this objective, I have to get within 9 inches of the Wolfguard battle leader. This is the Phobos one, or it's a sneaky one. So he actually gets a full normal move of 6 inches if an enemy gets within 9 of them. He could go back up to the top of the building. He can go 6 over that way. It's probably worth me just going for the objective, and maybe the Venom Crawler can still chase him down. So we're going to go ahead and advance our cultists here, because I need them on the objective. They will go an additional 1. Ooh, I might have to re-roll that. I don't need to. This guy will make it to right here. However, that does get within 9 of the Wolfguard battle leader if you want to use his ability. So you're going to skulk over this way. Now, it does mean I'll get the objective with this one cultist, but that Venom Crawler moves 12 actually, not 10. So he'd be able to park his butt right here. In fact, he could still park his butt right here and still threaten that unit. But you're in countercharge range at that point.
I sure am.
But that is something I might
With
be...
fights first and anti-vehicle 4+, and dev wounds.
Not too worried about all that stuff. I should be, but it's more about the character kill I really want. I'd be willing to sacrifice him for the character kill, I think. Plus, it also denies recover assets, if I can kill him. Venom Crawler is going to go ahead and move. I've already measured it. He's going to end up about here with his 12-inch move, and he's hunting that guy down. Or he's eyeballing him, at least. We'll see. Legionnaires are going to push up as well, just over normal move. They want to help put some pressure on the board. Over here, we got to make some magic happen. We're going to go ahead and advance this unit of Legionnaires. See where they end up going? Oh, they're also going to go 7. Oh, that's not great. I'm not going to really accomplish much with that. We get closer. There's not much else they can do for now. And we're going to go ahead and have this Disco Lord move up. The Disco Lord is going to skulk up here. And we're going to try and put pressure on that. We're just going to force a fight with the Wolf and Dread. And if I can at least not die, I'll be on the objective. Do you want to point out I'm currently not on the objective right now if I fail this charge? I could go stand on the objective here, but I want action.
It's okay. I'm technically not on the objective either.
Exactly. Okay, that means these cultists are free to move around. You do have deep striking Terminators. Gotta watch out for that. They're going to advance 2. They're not making it too far with that. And then we have Possessed, who are going to advance. They move... Oh, there you go. Saved them all up for a Possessed advance. Now, they can't advance in charge, but they do move 9, so that's a 15-inch move. You know, we're able to get 1 descending down the building. The 4 are staggered behind them. No charging. And we're good to go to shooting. We're going to start with these Legionnaires. We're going to fire everything into the Assault Intercessors, the Blood Claws. We're going to start with the Plasma Pistol and the Plasma Gun, both supercharging into them. They're within 12. No negatives to hit you, right? Should just be 3s, 1 miss, and 2s. 2 wounds, and you have some cover on the guys over there at AP 3, so you have 5 ups. Oh, is 2 damage each.
Yep.
I burn up a yeah, that works over there too.
Yep.
Same idea. And then I have to hazardous rolls, so the Sergeant, the Champion, does not suffer death, and the Plasma Gunner is okay as well. Havoc Auto Cannon is going to pop off a couple of shots, hitting on 4s, and that's a wound. Only -1, so a cover guy will have a full save. Aye, look at that, pinging right off the cover. And I'll resolve Infernal Gaze from the Sorcerer. I'm going to focus it. It's going to be 3 shots, hitting on 3s. And, oh, I totally forgot to do a pact. That's okay. I've already resolved most of those shots. Going forward, I'll remember to do my pacts. And these are strength 6, 3s to wound, but they're devastating. Didn't get any. These are AP 2, but in cover, effectively only AP 1. Oh, Ben.
How much damage?
D3 each.
Oh, okay.
First one. Oh, sorry, that was the first one. I guess that'd be the second one. Doesn't matter the order I did it. They're both 3s. I killed 2 more.
Oh, I have to pull them from cover.
I got a couple. You could do a couple guys over there. Should be okay.
Yeah, that should be fine.
8 bolter shots. Combination of bolt pistols and bolters. 3s to hit, and these are going to be 4s to wound. No AP. 3 wounds. No, just 1 damage. Don't roll 2 fails. Lose more Marines. Oh my God! Stop losing Marines. Okay. Well, you rolled bad saves. It happens. Now you do have to do a leadership check because I hit with a psychic power from my sorcerer. That's bad.
Yep.
That's bad. I've been playing a lot of Heresy in Old World. Not a battle shock, but if you fail the leadership check, one of those models is subject to the gift of change and suffers a single mortal wound. So not bad. You don't expect to lose 5 Marines from a plasma gun and some bolters and a psychic power, but that here we are. Oh, hazardous on the psychic power. I almost forgot. We're okay. Done good work to them. Let's try and put some work on our heck blasters up there. So he's got a couple of excruciator cannons. They're 6 shots each. We are going to pray to the dark gods for sustained hits. I think we're answered and not punished. These to hit, sustained. So we have a few misses in there, 4 misses. We have 1 6, so we'll keep that. And these are strength 6, 3s to wound, AP 1, but you're in cover. Oh, not bad, only 4 wounds. They are 2 damage each though. This is where you make your saves?
Yeah, this is where I make my saves. This is where it happens.
Oh, 1 guy dies, but he gets to shoot. Maybe.
That's true. That's true. Does he shoot? Yeah, he shoots.
Yeah, 3. Yep, perfect. I'm gonna fire him at the Oath of Moment target. We're obviously gonna supercharge it.
Yep.
And no need to reroll, and 3s to wound because I am Iron Warriors. Didn't matter. 2 and a 5. All right. Yeah. So the 5 will stick a wound. We'll put it on our autocannon, and he's dead. Pop. 1 less different weapon profile I have to resolve. Who was the brave Marine who took him
He's up
out?
on the bridge. He fell off.
So we're done shooting here. I have not a lot of shooting here, but this guy's got a couple of attacks. Yep. With the Bale Flamer, the only target I really have is the Wolf and Dreadnought. So it's only a 12-inch range. They're too far away to hit. So we'll go and put pressure on him. It's gonna be D6 plus 3 automatic hits with Torrent. 5 to stick damage, only 1. The rest are 4 or less. 3 up armor, no damage. And he has the Injector, not the Magma Cutter. That will be it for shooting. We're gonna go to charges now. We're gonna go with that Disco Lord into the Wolf and Dreadnought and see what we can accomplish. We need to roll probably like an 8 or so. Oh, well, you know what, Ben? Let me know. Yeah, it looks good. So we're gonna go up and around and engage our Wolf and Dreadnought friend there. I'm sure we're both relatively happy about this. I'm a little nervous because the Wolf and Dreadnought can hit really hard if I don't hit you harder first. Over to here. As much as I don't want to engage them in a combat with the Venom Crawler, I do want the assassination attempt. So we're gonna go ahead and declare a charge with the Venom Crawler into that target, and the 8 should make it in.
Yes.
We're going to, do I want a tank shock here, or I think I can take him out? I'm not confident that his Soul Flare tendrils and claws are gonna take out this battle leader, so we're gonna tank shock it. We're toughness 9, and our bulk will do 2 more wounds, but you have a 5 up, feel no pain. Oh, just 1 damage. 3 wounds left, and would you like to heroically intervene for a command point?
I sure would.
I remember when the Wolves did this for free. Good enough.
Yeah.
Good enough. We got the Thunder Hammer pack leader right there. And Ben will be down to 1 command point, and I got 0 left. I'm gonna try a charge with these Legionnaires. I need to roll like a 12. I'm not even gonna bother measuring it unless I roll super high. A 9's not gonna cut it, because they're all going that way. Anyone curious? That's 9 right about there after their hero convention. So we're done charging ourselves. That's yours.
Yep.
And we're gonna go ahead and resolve your fights first with the Judiciary. That's kind of where we're at.
Yep. So Judiciary has the upgrade Black Death.
Oh, yep, that's the fancy Space Wolf one.
Yep. So that's anti-monster and anti-vehicle 4+. So I don't really care what the Venom Crawler is because I'm sure it's one of those two things.
I'm almost certain he is. I'll double check myself. Judiciary is gonna go first with the Black Death on his blade.
Yep. 5 attacks on 2s.
No re-rolls, I
1
think.
sustain.
But all hit because of sustain.
And
we're looking
then
for 4 ups here.
4s rolling 1s.
Oof. Uh-oh. Are those 2 or 3 damage each?
2.
Okay. Ooh, that's 8 damage from him alone. I have no save against it. He's got 1 wound left because of Black Death. I was hoping that he wouldn't roll that much. We're gonna pretend like we attacked with the intercessors first, and then we'll attack. You should always attack with Space Wolf characters last because of sagas and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Because you get Beast Slayer for killing a monster vehicle. So we'll go ahead and just do the Thunderhammer, get it out of the way. And if the Thunderhammer kills it, we'll know that they wouldn't kill it, and the Judiciary could take them out. Let's see what this Thunderhammer can do.
4s.
It's going to be 4 hits, sadly, for me. and these are devastating wounds as well.
5s.
We got him. Boom. Technically, all the devastating wounds would happen at the end, but you could apply, the Thunderhammers first, and then all the Judiciaries. And then these guys aren't going to do 9 damage with the Chainswords, so we can assume he dies to the Judiciary to keep it nice and simple. And do I explode? I still have a chance to get my battle tactic, not my battle tactic, my secondary, if I explode. I do not. Boom. So he is dealt with. I knew the Black Death was in there, and I knew the odds of it killing him. I just didn't think you'd get all 4. We'll unlock Saga the Beast Slayer. I don't think there's anything for you to consolidate towards.
No, everybody's got lethal in close combat, though, which I believe doesn't trigger until the end of the round.
We're pretty much there now.
Yeah, but I don't think the Wolf and Dreadnought will get
that's
access to Saga the Beast Slayer.
Correct, yeah, I believe. We'll have to double check, but I'm gonna go ahead and fight with the Disco Lord now. We're gonna pray for lethals here as well. We are answered. 2 attacks of the Chain Glaive on 2s, 1 wound because of lethal. And these are 5s to wound, but 4 with Lance. Okay, so we got 2 wounds, and it should go to your 4-up invuln. These are just 2 damage each. I stick just the 2. Bladed Limbs, there is a feel no pain will resolve at the end. The Bladed Limbs hit on 3s, wound on 5s. 2 of them at -1.
3 up.
That's 2 damage there as well, so we're a total of 4, and then we have 1 extra attack with the Toxic Injector, which, I think we missed on it too. 4 Feel No Pains?
1.
Oh, 3 damage, okay, so he's got...
5 left, I believe?
Something like that, yeah. And then you get to fight back over here. You do have to resolve Bestial Rage. No.
No.
It's you do mortal wounds with him before he fights.
Yeah.
But you need to roll a 4-up at least to do something. Unless he charges, then it's a 2-up for a better effect.
Your toughness...
9-ish.
So 3s and 3s.
Yep.
Okay,
yeah,
so 2 hits.
2 hits it is. 3's to wound. 1.
1.
All right, invulnerable save. We fail it. How much damage?
D6.
Roll low. Oh.
I'm gonna CP reroll that.
See another 1. Aha! The command point reroll. I have 9 wounds left on the Lord Discordant. That will conclude my turn. Definitely backfired over here on the plan, but I still would go for it if I had another chance. We're gonna get 1 objective at No Man's Land, 2 of them for Secure No Man's Land, and we failed our assassination, but we are gonna pitch it to get an extra command point as we go to the second battle round. Also, as a reminder, Ben does finish recover assets. He's still in No Man's Land, and these guys are in his territory. That's worth 3 for recover assets, putting him at 8 to my 5 at the end of the first battle round. Here, I'll be using this to keep track of score. I use this row for secondaries, that row for primary, and this one usually used for tertiaries, but I forgot to talk about that earlier. So 8 to my 5 here.
So my secondaries are Defense, Stronghold, and Assassination. Assassination, I've got a couple avenues to try and pull that off and just take out at least one of Luka's characters. Defense, Stronghold seems easy, but with the threat of rapid ingress from his obliterators, it might be trickier than it seems.
This is the easy assassination target here. You can fall back and charge with that Wolf and Dreadnought for a command point.
Yep.
And then you have the Bestial Wrath, so that'll be kind of nasty on the charge.
Yep.
And then otherwise, you just have to make sure those guys zone out obliterators.
Yeah.
From threatening them too much. And then you just got to figure out what you kind of want to do with your reserves if they're going to show up. You also have Wolf Scouts over here.
Yep. Yeah, I'm gonna make the Disco Lord the Oath of Moment. I can't afford to flub this right now like I did last round with those rolls.
That's
I
true.
need my rolls to look better. So even if other stuff I pump into it doesn't work, this should. So I'm gonna use the Relentless Assault stratagem, which allows me to fall back and charge as well as run and charge.
Yeah.
Normally it would just allow me to fall back and shoot, but since Saga of the Warrior Born is complete, I'm gonna back up just an inch and be like, haha.
Bad times coming. Should also note, in Ben's command phase, he gets 10 points for controlling his home objective. We're in the second battle round. 10 primary points. My mistake, I meant 5. It's 5 per objective. 10 is the cap you can get, so you only really want to strive for 2 a turn. We're just gonna push away the obliterators, just for that zone over there, and then we have a few more elements to move. Are they gonna disappear and reappear, or are they just gonna push up and fight some cultists?
I think they're gonna push up and fight some cultists.
Love that. Not a difficult charge at all. And then that brings the question, oh, they're looking for the fight over here, are they?
Well, I get fights first, so if you want to bring those guys in, that's fine.
Yeah.
Because I can pour a bunch of stuff into that. My whole army has lethal hits now.
Yep. And sustained.
And sustained.
Yeah.
So if I can just take your home objective, then I'll have an extra OC on everything. And then my Wolf and Dreadnought will have OC.
That's true. If you can get Majesty, you just have to work on getting this guy over here with Majesty. The battle leader is coming right back to where he was, sadly. It's gonna...
The threat is gone.
Yeah, it's true. Blasters are gonna aim down over this ledge at the Disco Lord, probably.
Like, I mean... can they see the... those guys?
Probably, if you can. So after they finish moving there, I will rapid ingress the obliterators onto the middle objective to help me out with some primary scoring and give me some options with them. They move 4, so I don't know if I need them to help over here, help over there, or just kind of help up at the middle. But they're 9 away from the intercessors, and they're 9 away from the Hellblasters over here, and they're in cover. So it's not a bad spot at all. I only have 1 command point left. We can go right to your shooting though. The Hellblasters are gonna supercharge in the obliterators, and I am not gonna use the feel no pain strategy because I need a counter charge available as well, depending on what they do. We'll see. I'm just gonna hope the obliterators toughness comes through. Okay, 1 miss is a damn good start. And these are supercharging, of course.
Yeah.
4s to wound, no, 3s to wound. That's strength 8. Oh, 4s because I'm Iron Warriors, that's right. It helped a little bit. There's 4 saves there. Now, they are gonna have cover, so they have a 1-up armor save. These are at -3, so 4s. Ooh, I failed 2. That's still an alive obliterator, because they're 5 wounds each. 1 guy with a wound left, we're gonna put it on him.
Okay.
And then your hazardous rolls.
Please die. Please die. Please die.
No one goes down.
So the bolt rifles of the grayish hunters are gonna be firing into the possessed.
Gotcha. So those are, because they're firing everything, they get to shoot them twice,
Yep.
effectively.
Oh, these are 3s and 5s.
Boom. 5s to wound. Oh, it's enough to maybe kill 1. Oh, that's a good roll. That's 7 wounding hits. We're gonna lose. Oh, I think we lost 1. Not supposed to happen.
I don't know, 20 shots.
Where's my Legionnaire? 20 shots if I shoot the same thing. And 1 grenade. Bunk. Hit. And 3. Well, 4 actually. Yeah. Aye. We're okay. It's only AP 1 or 2. We're in cover. That's it for shooting. His Stormbolter went up with the cultists to no effect, and we don't want to shoot these cultists to make a charge harder. So we're gonna go right to charging.
Yep.
We're gonna start with the Dreadnought here. Makes sense.
Hey, Ted.
And then we're gonna go. Oh, yep, he's in.
So the Assault Intercessors with Judicia are gonna charge the Possessed.
Main target. Gotcha.
Yep.
The 1 and only. 3. I hate to tell you, Ben.
These guys are in the wind.
Yes. With no command points, we're just gonna move on.
All right, we're gonna roll for the Wolf Guard, Battle Leader. 6, I think, is in.
That might be good as long as you're within 7.
Oh, yeah.
Looks good, yep. Won't be in base to base, but he'll be, within an inch. And then you just put him flat, it's fine. And then we have the Wolf Scouts. Yeah, we know they're in. They only needed a 5.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom. All right, this might not be my objective for long, but I will work towards accomplishing it and getting it back. That'll be it for charging.
So let's start where it matters.
Yep, we're gonna go over here. He does have the Bestial Wrath, so if he charges, he gets +2 to this roll. Don't roll a 1.
Yeah. So on a 2, it still goes off, but on a 4 is what I want to see.
Yeah. 6. It's D3 +3 mortal wounds?
Yep.
Yeah, as he lashes out. Ooh, 5. He's got 4 wounds left. and then you just want to fight here first? I have no way. Oh, was I supposed to countercharge somewhere? No, because you didn't.
I didn't make the charge.
You failed the one charge.
You get to save your CP now.
I guess I do, yeah. So he's only got 4 wounds left. You might as well muck him up with his attacks.
Sustained and lethal.
Oh, there you go.
It
So that's
mattered.
3 wounds, and they all hit. And the 2s miss. I only get to reroll because of the moment.
Yes, that's true.
Rerolling. Let's get 2 more 6s. Oh, there it is. So that's 4 wounds. I'm just going to go ahead and do the 4 saves right now. He is dead, because that's, well, minimum, here's the 3d6 damage. Yep, he's gone. He's cut right in half. Does he explode? You hit nothing critical, except this guy is no longer in existence, essentially. That was quick to resolve. We have another fight down here. You want to go battle leader, or do you want to go wolf scouts first? I don't know if it matter too much here.
I will go battle leader because he won't kill enough to get the wolf scouts out.
Works for me, man. 2s to hit. Right, well, we got a lethal and a sustain there.
Yep.
And winning on 3s, probably?
Yeah.
With an AP of 1?
Yep. 1 damage.
So that's going to be 5 because of the lethal. I think they're dead. Correct, they're only a 6-up save, so we'll go ahead and lose pretty much the models that aren't WYSIWYG anymore these days, sadly. Bam, all the auto guns. And then the wolf scouts can go ahead and try and clean up the rest.
3s and 3s. For the strength 5 AP1 combat blades.
All right, there's 2 wounds in the pool, and these all hit. 3's wound. It just stabs the crap out of them. There's only 5 left. They
just start getting shivved.
Oh no, that's what they get though. And they get to consolidate onto the objective. I think that's it for the turn. Overall, not bad. You definitely cleared out the flank threats I had. Much easier than I would have liked you to, but it is what it is. I have a plan. I got lucky with my obliterators weathering the fire from the Hellblaster, so I just have 2 full obliterators of firepower, which can obviously do a lot of work to this flank to lighten it up. And them kind of tripping over their own feet.
Yep.
Now, granted, they have fights first still. Very nasty.
But you still have plenty of okay shooting over
I got lots of okay shooting to lighten them up. And I think I'm going to kind of collapse on them like this and then have them gravitate this direction and take this back. And then they're going to kind of hover in the middle. And I think the obliterator is going to creep up the middle of the path here, shoot and charge them. Shoot over here and charge them. They might come up this way is the plan. We'll see though, I don't know. For scoring, now scoring your secondaries, you definitely got Assassinate, that's worth 5 extra victory points, and Defend Stronghold, you're halfway to achieving it. I'm gonna have no way to stop that. I'm just gonna give you the 3 points now. That means Ben's gonna go to 21 victory points. He's technically at 18, we just gave him the extra 3 for defend. I'm only at 5, but I'm gonna get a few points here for primary as we go to my second turn. This is the update on command points. So I have Marked for Death drawn, an interesting card in a 1,000 point game. There's obviously a lot less units to try and keep safe. So Ben is gonna pick 3 different units in his roster, and as long as I can destroy one of them, I'll get 5 victory points. And I got my own Defend Stronghold. I have that objective stickied right now with Cultist. So Ben does have reserves still that he can show up with rapid ingressing, so I'll have to keep my Cultist back there to zone it out, unfortunately. Unfortunately, with Marked for Death, you do have these 3 safe units over there, and I can't do much about them if I plan on focusing on these guys.
I always get overconfident, and I pick one unit that I'm like, yeah, go for it, I dare you, and then they absolutely accomplish it.
Yep.
It burns me hard.
Well, the plan this turn is to deal with them, and hopefully deal with him.
Yeah.
We'll see if I can get that lucky. That's huge, but I guess I'll have to give up the victory points because drawing my attention over here isn't going to help me at all. So I'll have to give up on the points there. But I can work towards Defend Stronghold. In my command phase, we got our command points. I am going to score 5 points for this objective and 5 points for the objective in the middle because of the obliterators, getting me a total of 10 on primary. For movement, we're gonna have them come up and around, and then the possessor are gonna drop or just move up in this direction. We're trying to flank around them. And then Ben's got 1 command point for Overwatch or Rapid Ingress, so obviously it's a tough call there. We're gonna have, it's gonna be tough. I need to avoid this guy, and I need to be on this objective. And I need them to start, I almost want to say I want them to burn it, but scoring it would be kind of nice. And I don't want you to burn it later. Plus he's got no OC, I suppose. The idea is we're just going to move up here with it. And these are all chainsword guys and whatnot. So we're going to have a couple this plasma gun's probably going to shoot up there. And this guy's just going to linger over in this direction. I have 2 dudes go on the objective. And that's about it. These cultists have to advance yet again, and yet again they roll a 1. That's about the best we could do. I want to keep some on the ground so they can advance in that direction if need be, but I wanted to push any nasty rapid ingress away in that direction. I think, I gotta move my obliterators. They're tucked away in there, harder to see. Obviously, they don't move too far. We're probably just going to mostly use them to stay on this objective to secure it for now. And they're going to pop shots up at the Hellblasters. I assume you don't want to overwatch them.
No.
And you're going to go ahead and rapid ingress?
Yes.
All right. I definitely should have zoned this area out a little bit back here. Got a little too zealous with this guy's movement, but that's okay. They can advance and charge, which is going to be a threat, because as much as they have to climb up this, with an extra d6 of movement, it shouldn't be that difficult.
I can also throw my hammer.
And true, you can throw his hammer as well. Okay, let's do my shooting. That's where we're at now. We're going to start here, and we're going to go ahead and do sustained hits into the intercessors is my plan of action. Yeah, and they pass. Start with the plasma pistol and the plasma gun, hitting on, oh, those are all misses. The champion is not dead, and the plasma gunner is not dead also. And then the sorcerer will push his infernal gaze, getting 4 attacks with it. 3s to hit, 6s are sustained, so they all hit. And these are 3s to wound because we're pushing it. Well, 3s either way. That's actually devastating, and 1 save at -2. Okay, so 1 save at -2, but you're gonna have cover on some of the guys over here.
Okay.
So it should be a 4 up-ish.
Nope.
2 won't cut it, and it will just deal 1 damage.
Well, it's enough to wipe out the one guy.
Oh, there's a wounded guy. Gotcha. That's right. And then we have 7 bolter rounds, a combination of the 1 bolt gun and bolt pistols. That's going to be 4 hits because of sustain, and no wounds there. And then I do D3 devastating wounds. 3! So it destroys 1 more guy. Kaboom. And then my hazardous roll for the infernal gaze, which we pass. And then because of Gift of Chaos, you were attacked and hit by a psychic attack. So you have to do a leadership check to resist the Gift of Change. Looking for a 6 up. That's all you need to roll. Hey! Aha. They know how to resist the Gift of Change.
They're like,
now.
we know what this feels like. This is familiar.
Okay, well, I'm going to do the Ruinous Salvo into the Hellblasters
And you're
up there.
not dark pacting them?
There's a single wound on a Terminator. If I Dark Pact, it sustains. Only matters if I roll 6s, but I lose D6 attacks if I fail this. So I'm not going to Dark Pact, but I'm going to do it hypothetically. I would have passed. That's okay. It only matters if I roll 6s. So I wish I could keep that roll for the amount of shots. So each of them are D6 shots. They have blast, but it's not relevant against 4 models. It's 5 shots. That's okay. I would have failed that Dark Pact. These are... Oh, I rolled a single 6. I don't feel so bad. These are going to wound on those 2 6s. These are a Ren 2 or AP2, but you have cover. So,
Okay, so
4 ups.
4 ups.
And every fail's a dead guy. Oh, the power armor holds. They do freaking nothing. Oof, for them. We're going to go to charging. We're going to go with our Possessed first into the Judiciaries unit. We're going to make it with a 9. We'll have them all go up here. They can all get in different degrees of base contact. Get nice and up and in there. And then we'll tuck him in there-ish.
Wish I could roll a 9 to charge.
You technically rolled a 9 with that one
That's
charge
true.
you needed. They will declare a charge in as well, rolling a 7. Completely surrounding them. I wish I threw grenades, or I wish I remembered to throw grenades earlier. I believe I'm done charging. You are going to get to fight first here, though, which is a little sad. So I'll let you figure that out. Judiciaire is going to go first.
I'm going to precision against your guy, so instead of 2s and 3s, it's going to be...
3s and 3s.
3s and 4s?
It's only for shooting.
Oh, okay, so 3s and 3s.
Yep. But 6s are still good. Okay, well, prescience didn't matter, and that's 1 wound and 4 hits. Should point out, I'm going to use Persistent Assailant stratagem on my Iron Warrior Legionnaires. When they're targeted by an attack, after the attack is resolved, when I go to attack later with them, they get to reroll all their hit rolls.
Quick question, Luka.
Yes.
I am using precision to target the character.
Well, you're targeting the unit. Precision allows you to put the attacks on the character.
Understood.
Yeah. All right, so wounding on 3s, but 6s are still devastating with Black Death. Or... is that, the sword has devastating on it
Yes.
on itself. That's what it is.
Yes.
Yep. All right, so he's got his armor saves of 5 up. I'm going to do 2 at a time for dramatic effect. So he takes 2. He's dead. He's dead. So you could have you get to see them 1 at a time. So you put the ones into him until he's dead, and then you just kill someone else.
Yay!
And then into the Possessed with the rest of the unit.
Thunderhammer.
Just 2 hits. Yep.
And 3s, rolling 1s.
5 ups on them. Ooh, we lose the demon. Go ahead and lose that demon.
So these are going to be 3s and 5s.
Yep, 3s to hit, 5s to wound. Ooh, sustains and lethals. Nice, very good. So it's 2 wounds in the pool and these 4 hit. 5s. Oh my gosh, 6 wounds. Enough to kill a guy on average, and you do. This game is falling apart for me, guys.
This went way better than I expected.
Oh, let's go ahead and do the Possessed fighting now, because I might as well. They're going to do
How many attacks do they have?
some. We are going to go ahead and do a Dark Pact on them. We were debating on Armor Contempt against their attacks, but we're probably going to save it against the Legionnaires. They have the reroll hit rolls ability right now. So the Dark Pact on the Possessed, we're going to go for Sustained, obviously, for Possessed, because they're going to use their once per game ability. I think it's Unholy Bloodshed. Whenever they do a Dark Pact, they gain devastating wounds on their melee attacks. Another reason that Contempt isn't as good either, because if I just hit those. Didn't get any 6. Oh, I got a 6. So these all hit, and these wound on 3s with devastating. Oh, they all wound. Okay. So 6 at -1, and then 1. Well, you have to do it technically, because that might go in the Judiciary. Oh. These are 2 damage each. Don't roll a lot of 3s, and you won't keep. See, didn't matter if you did Contempt or not. So 2 guys go down, and then you take 2 devastating wounds. Bam. And then we go ahead and fight with the Legionnaires. We're, of course, going to go for a Dark Pact on sustained hits on these Legionnaires. They're going to pass, and we're going to start with the heavy weapon on the champion. He's got 3 attacks on 3s with full rerolls, which I'm not going to try and gamble too much with here. 2s to wound at strength 8. Rerolling if needed. 2 at -2.
To at least...
Oh, I think he might have an invul, and if not, he's got 5s. Oh, it doesn't matter. He takes 2 damage so far. Okay. And there's 4 models in here with chainswords, and then 2 bolter guys. And chainswords on 3s with full rerolls and sustained. Well, okay, that was nice.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't spend the season.
Yeah, you haven't even rolled a 3 yet anyway, so it doesn't matter too much. So these all hit. Oh, those hit again, actually. 4s to wound. Rerolling 1s, I suppose, because that's just what Legionnaires do in melee. Unless they're on objective, then they reroll everything. So 2 more wounds there. That's 14 wounding hits from Legionnaires at AP1. 4-ups?
How many 1s and 2s do I roll? Yeah, enough that.
And not a single 3. Oh, there's 1 3 you would have saved with Contempt if you used it. You saved the command point. So everyone, we got him. Ladies and gentlemen, we got the Judiciary. That guy is your MVP, hands down, by the way. This guy is absolutely
work.
Yet to be seen. These guys might do something cool too. All right, well, there's nowhere to really consolidate with them, so that is end of the story here for my turn. Now, Marked for Death is what I was trying to go for. I'm just gonna pitch it, because I think, well, first of all, these Wolf Scouts are about to disappear. This guy is elusive, Boop. And those Intercessors are way in the back, so it's a dead card for me here, and I'm gonna get rid of it for command points. So I'm gonna go up to 3 command points as we go to Ben's 3rd turn, and I'm halfway to defending my stronghold, so we'll see if I can make it work a little bit. I do have a strat that can make them harder to charge, giving a little bit more evasiveness. And that's kind of it. So we're kind of trailing on victory points here. As we go to turn 3, I'll be at 3. Ben will be at 2 command points. I'm at 15. Ben's at 21. I'm only 6 points down. It's not the worst. But he's had a much stronger secondary game, as you can see. He's got 4 accomplished to my 1 currently. Well, he would technically finish defend now, but you guys get the idea.
So I got Cleanse and Sabotage. For Cleanse, I don't think I really have a lot of OC on objectives right now, which makes that one kind of tricky. But we'll see what I can do. And Sabotage, I'm gonna try and blow something chaosy up. I just gotta figure out what exactly that's gonna be. So my Oath of Marmot target is gonna be these guys here. We'll see if it works.
Understood.
Yeah.
And for scoring, you have 0 OC over there, but you do have OC on this objective and that objective for 10 primary points yourself. Right to movement, the Wolf and Dreadnought is coming up and around the sea cans here. He's going to be a real problem. And we're going to go ahead and run the Wolf Guard here.
Let's see which direction
they want to use Relentless Advance so they can charge later.
Yep, so that's going to be a...
Ooh, 6-inch run. Perfect. Unfortunately, with the 6 on the advance, even climbing up this, they are going to end up right there. There is, I think it's called I can't remember what the stratagem is called for the Iron Warrior detachment, but you can make charges at -2 harder, and I was kind of hoping to rely on that. Maybe you'd roll like, a 3 or something, be a little bit further back. Yeah. This is ill tidings for the cultists here.
Too many options to charge over here,
yeah.
And those Possessed move really fast.
Yes, they do.
And I don't like that.
And then our battle leader is going to stay on the objective and stay on the piece of terrain to sabotage.
Yep, so he's going to start doing an action now.
Yeah, we're pretty much at the shooting phase now, so he's going to start sabotaging.
End of the movement phase.
Oh, yep, and Wolf Scouts are showing up. The Wolf Scouts are going to show up on this part of the battlefield to help get points on this objective after the Wolf and Dreadnought deals with the Legionnaires. Yeah, we'll start sabotaging. It's worth a little bit more than Cleanse if he survives. And then the Hellblasters are going to supercharge into the Possessed. I will give them their 5 of Feel No Pain to try and keep them in the game here. I have 2 command points left.
I have not moved. Hitting on 2s.
Yes, I have no negatives.
2s and 4s.
2s and 3s if you supercharge.
No, you're...
Oh, I'm an Iron Warrior. Thank you. You remember my rule better than I do.
I'm trying. 2s and 4s.
Oh, some ones for sure.
Okay.
Force to wound, yes. Only 3. Good enough. That's going to go right to my invulnerable save, which I'll fail 2 of. That's 4 damage on 1 model. Who feel no pains. 2 of them. He's actually alive with 1 wound. That guy.
I was hoping to kill both of those.
I understand that.
If I don't...
Hazardous? None. No hazards popping up at all for either of us this game. On to charging. A 4 is good, as long as you're within 5. Yeah, but you're about 4.5 away. So boop, not so bad. Do you want a tank shock to get extra damage in there, or are you just going to rely on...
No, I'll save a CP for Armor of Contempt if I have to.
Ah, fair. Now, I'm not going to use the, I think it's Pitiless Cannonade, the -2 to charge here. So let's see it. Roll a double 1 and make me sad. You can still re-roll it, yeah. So Ben would have to roll double 1 twice for that strat to have an effect. So we'll go ahead and throw them in. They all climb, no problem. And I think, is that it for charging?
Yeah, I was thinking about rolling my Wolf Scouts into a charge, but I didn't clear enough space with the Dreadnought.
Oh yeah, he didn't roll well. Yeah, you kind of did bare minimum.
Do you have CP to interrupt?
I have 2. Yes, I could interrupt, but you might as well fight there because I'm not going to interrupt over here.
Yeah.
You have Bestial Wrath. You charged. That's
4?
going to be... Ooh, that's up. You rolled a 6.
Turns into a 6.
And it's D3 plus 3 mortals. Oh boy, that's not good. Okay, well, it's 4. It does take out 2 guys. Might as well lose Plasma Gunner and this guy. You want to go ahead and fight right away with him?
Yeah, might as well.
Ooh, there's only 3 left. A strike should do it, especially with Oath of Moment.
Yes.
Bing!
So it should be 5 attacks.
And we're going to be sustained and lethal here.
Yep.
3s to hit with re-rolls. Whoosh. Might as well re-roll the misses.
Good thing.
We got...
This is why you need it.
All right, so we're going to have 1 miss. So 4 hits and a wound in the pool because of lethal. And I think it's 2's to wound here.
-1.
No, it's only shooting.
Oh, that's right.
Yep. That's going to be 5 wounds in total. AP2 goes to 5s. You were going to kill 5. It's actually D6 plus 1 damage. I thought it was more than just D6.
Yeah.
Which is okay because that guy went down to like 6 wounds and then took 20.
Yeah.
So it was fine. These guys all get murdered. Absolutely. You technically can consolidate over here on the objective, even though you have no OC. If you want to move up the field more,
Oh, absolutely.
you might as well. It's going to keep him there though, because he's got. Well, you have a 4-up invuln save with the Blizzard Shield. We're good. These. We were worried about the obliterators down there. However, these Terminators are up next. You might as well do the claw guy for fun. They're all able to attack. They all pile in. 5 attacks with the claws.
3s and 3s.
3s and 3s it is. With shred on the wound rolls, or twin link technically.
Right.
No re-rolls, but it's going to be 2 hits and a wound.
Yep.
And these are 3s to wound.
Rerolling.
So that kills 3 cultists. But nice and simple. We'll save those 3 over there die.
Okay.
And now it's hammer time. 4s.
4s.
6s are good.
No 6s. And 2s.
2s to smoosh. And then we have Ardiac Rockfist. He kills 5. We're not left with many. We have, I think, that was 3 I pulled. We got 2 left. And Mr. Rockfist gets to go.
Anti-monster 2+.
Is this faux hammer?
Are they monstrous infantry?
They're not monstrous infantry, no.
Okay, 2s and 2s.
Not in this edition. Maybe 11th is their edition. That's so that's 3 wounds and 3 hits. Actually, that kills the cultist anyways. He kills 5 on his own, just smashes them aside, and you can consolidate onto the objective to tear down my flag and deny my defense stronghold, and putting yourself in a position to burn it later. Very good stuff here. Pretty much the end of the Iron Warriors assault on this station. So that means I won't get defend on the end of this turn, so my score will not be going up. You're halfway to accomplishing sabotage. You have to survive until the end of my turn, which won't be a problem because it's kind of far away. And let's take a look at the score. You're currently at 31 to my 15, with your 3 more points lined up for sabotage, and I'm only going to be getting 5 points on primary with this objective right here. Well, let's see what I can do on my turn. I don't think I can accomplish much, but before conceding, let's have 3 turns each. I'm stuck drawing sabotage, and I have to keep defend stronghold. I'm gonna have to do new orders. Get no prisoners instead. That'll bring me to 15 primary points there. Nothing else to really do in the command phase. We're gonna go right to movement. We are gonna move these guys just outside of 9 of him to try and force the charge if I can make it, because I don't want him scooting away.
Fair.
That's where they go, just staying outside of 9 of them. I don't want him to use his ability. We're going to advance our possessed. An additional 3. If you could send them 12 right towards your sea cans over there.
Sure.
In case this plan goes well, I want them in a position to have some gameplay for later. This is really bad. That's going to give up 10 primary points when you burn that. I have no models over there. All I have are these obliterators can move up a little bit towards the Hellblasters. I'm gonna move them up, and you are gonna overwatch. It's all part of that. I was gonna be charging anyways later, so you might as well overwatch me now.
Yep.
Want to get a little bit closer, and I assume we're supercharging.
Yep.
Boom. So we got a hit, and wounds on.
4. Or
Not that 2.
But
Lots of hazards.
here's what
though.
really matters.
Exactly. Hey, one guy died, and he gets the fire
on
a 3-up.
Yep.
Yep.
And he hits on 3s now.
Yes, it's true. Oh, both are gonna hit. Forced wound. Oh, they both wound. Invulnerables. Oh, I make neither. So it's gonna kill the back guy and put a couple wounds on the front guy. And then we lose one of the Hellblasters. I guess I gotta get my hand in there. So that guy gets gunned down by plasma. Oh, got stuck. This guy's got 3 left. And we're gonna go ahead and just shoot you because we're done moving. Oh my gosh, I do want to point out that Ben achieved Saga of Majesty too, which doesn't come up often.
But with the Wolf and Dreadnought with 0 OC,
It matters.
He goes up to 1.
He's got more objective control now. We're gonna go ahead and shoot, I guess that plasma gun, a single shot supercharged down at the intercessors. It hits, it does not wound, and please don't kill me. Oh no! There's the hazardous fail. Try the Obliterator, putting shots up at the Hellblasters. We're gonna push it for sustain. We pass. It's D6 shots. It's only 3. We didn't get any sustain, and we wound at 8. You have cover, so -1 at the end, in the end. I kill one of them, it's 2 damage. Oh, does he shoot me back? No, he does not, but he could have killed him. Boom, so there's 2 Hellblasters left. He shot, he fired. The only thing I can do is this 9-inch charge into this guy. I fail, I re-roll. I fail. That I can concede. There we go. I accomplished nothing there, but I did want to play my turn.
But I wanted to walk over and grenade your...
No, I know. It was an act of desperation, but it's all I had left. So at the end of my turn, I can get rid of, like, sabotage, or sorry, I can get rid of any of my objectives, but with the units I have left, there's not a whole lot of gameplay for the Iron Warriors as we are behind by about 16 points. And you're going to be accumulating a lot more points.
Yeah.
You're going to burn this for 10. You could burn that later if you want to. Otherwise, you can just score points for it. You got your bunch of points. Actually, he could probably burn that and then get out of there later.
Yeah.
Sell his life. This is a clear victory for the Space Wolves. A well-defended counter-assault on the Iron Warriors.
We did our best.
You did good. You did damn good. I think that Wolf and Dreadnought and your Justiciar MVPs well, out of the 2 of them, the Justiciar really showed up and rolled well and carried the right flank
You know what?
for a
The
while.
Hellblaster is not dying, though.
That was nice. The Hellblasters, yep.
They pulled a lot of focus.
They did. The Obliterators, I blew effectively like almost 200 points on those guys. They showed up and did nothing.
Yeah.
Yep. I guess I could have charged and killed the Hellblasters and I would have got some points for that, but then I'm also charging off the objectives.
Yeah.
I guess I'd have to consolidate back towards it. But that is a clear victory for the Space Wolves. Well done. How'd you think about the 1,000 point game?
You know what? That was quick. It was clean. The turns were shorter. I wasn't sitting around waiting for you to do stuff. You weren't sitting around waiting for me to do stuff.
And we played on the full board.
And if you go back a few editions, this is honestly not far off of 2,000 points.
That's exactly it. That's the thing. When I play with people who used to play back in the day, they're like, huh, this reminds me of playing like 7th edition or 5th edition Warhammer 40k. And we're even playing on a smaller board because we used to play on these 6x4 boards with less models than this. And we had great games.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. You don't need these small boards. I don't know why they have the small. I don't get the small board thing. But it is what it is.
Small board, more models.
Small boards, bigger bases. Yeah, smaller board, bigger
That's
base,
true.
way more models.
For all those people that had to rebase all their Space Marines from 25s to 32s.
I don't mind that one. See, the 32 looks better on the Space
When
Marines.
you have 5,000 points of Space Wolves, it's a lot.
That's a lot of work. It absolutely is. But some things deserve to be on that base. I actually kind of always hated the 25 mil base for Space Marines, even back when I was a kid
Yeah, because
playing.
there's always that toe sticking off the
Yeah,
edge.
the Necrons always bothered me. Necron
Yeah.
Warriors used to be on 25 mil bases. Both their toes are sticking off. It was like 25 mil base. The idea of a small base was to keep the battlefield clean and small clutter, and you could play with a lot denser terrain because you don't have to worry about your bases lifting up or anything like that. They can fit between things.
Fit through everything. Yeah.
And then the old rules used to have like disembarkation rules balanced around everything being on a 25 mil base.
Yep.
So you have to like adjust that stuff if you ever go back and play older editions. But you can absolutely play older elements of the game with your new models. It's just I love playing 1,000 point games. I'm in a 1,000 point game mood of late.
Yeah.
It's just, your turns are quick, you get right back to it. So when you're sitting there thinking about a plan, when your turn comes up, you don't have to sit there for a while. You just go right to your plan and then play your turn out real nice and quick. And then heck, you can even get 2 done in a day. If you have like multiple armies with your buddies, you could play, just do a different mission layout. Just keep the same board you have set up, do a different mission layout, and then just have at it. And then you could have a good time.
Obliterators are on what, 50 mil bases now?
I think they're 50s, yeah.
They used to be 40s?
I don't know.
They were on Terminator bases, right?
They came out in the new Shadow Sphere box. They used to, you mean like the old? Yeah. They were 30, they were
40s.
They were 40s, I think.
Yes, that's what a Terminator base is.
Yeah,
Because Terminators never change.
They were 25s.
Terminators were 25s?
Yeah, I got a few I could show you. Absolutely, yeah. They used to be. Everything was 25. It was just back, I'm talking like 80s, in the 80s at this point.
Okay.
And then I don't know when Terminators went to 40s. They went there sometime like 5th or I think it was like 7th edition.
At least 5th.
Yeah, it could have been 5th.
Because I got Terminators in 5th is when I started playing.
All right, well there you go. So it was around that time, but they used to be on 25 mils.
That's
back when I was playing when I was a kid. Yeah. Anyways, folks, that's it for this game. Thank you, Ben, for coming out, playing this 1,000 point game with me. I'm always looking forward to doing more of this stuff. So, don't be shy, guys. Go to miniwargaming.com/challenge. You're going to talk to Josh. We're taking guests this summertime. We want more people to come. We like to meet all the new faces. And if you're a familiar face, if you've come by before, don't forget, you're always welcome back, everyone. And I'm sure we'll see more Ben to come as well. We got lots of Ben. Ben's been in the videos for probably over 10 years at this point.
Oh, it's been, but a lot less lately.
Well, I mean, you got kids.
I have responsibilities.
You got more responsibilities. It is what it is, but you still make the effort, so I appreciate that.
Anytime.
Happy wargaming, everyone, and toodaloo.